Are there any sentences or vocabulary that you couldn't estimate meaning of? Is there any paragraph that you want me to explain specifically?
No, sir.
So one of the easier passages,
Yes.
you never see passages with this size in your examinations, in your academic examination. Of course, for general training students, you can see this level of passages. For academic students, academic Ielts definitely contains passages with at least 7 to 10 paragraphs. Okay. For general training students, in the first section, there will be 2 small passages. This is one of its kind. Okay. This type of passages can be seen in section 1 and section 2 of Ielts general training reading section. Okay. Right. So yes, no, not given question type is one of the challenging question types, because you should be able to understand exact meaning of the relevant information that answers the question, right? So let's understand what kind of sentences can get yes, no, or not given. If any statement is actually supporting, if the given statement in the questionnaire is supporting, information given in the passage, that means if any information, any sentence, any idea is supporting the statement given in the question, that must be tagged as yes. If this statement is actually, if the given statement in the questionnaire is paraphrased version of any information given in the passage, yes, that statement can be tagged as yes, considered yes. Okay. So if you really want to go with yes, what do you have to find in the passage? Some supporting information, supporting text, supporting information, somehow similar information, paraphrasing stuff. Okay. Right. If you are able to find supporting information in the passage for the given statement in the questionnaire, or if the given statement in the questionnaire is paraphrased version of any idea given in the passage, yes, that must be tagged as yes. Okay. Right. So if the statement agrees with the views or claims of the writer, yeah, of course, you can clearly see what author says in the passage, right? Agreeing with it means there must be supporting information and paraphrased version, right? Yeah. The statement is actually a paraphrased version of the idea given in the passage. Yeah. Next. No. No means, it's not only contradict, it may be contrasting as well. Contrasting means considerably, significantly different information. Contradictory means opposite information. In these two cases, of course, you have to tag the statement as no, which means somehow you can understand the given statement in the questionnaire. Okay, the statement in the questionnaire presents a wrong information. Yes, you can find the related information in the passage, but the statement in the questionnaire gives a wrong information about it. Okay, that's actually a wrong info, right? That aspect, that information has been discussed in the passage, but the statement in the questionnaire presents in a wrong way, right? The information given in the passage is going to be presented in a wrong way as part of questions, by a statement that must be tagged as no. So no means no, or false means wrong information. Is it clear, buddies? Okay. Bhargav, Arvind.
Yes, sir. Clear, sir.
Yeah. Not given. Not given means you can't say either yes, you can't find any paraphrasing information, supporting information. Okay, you can't even say no. It is not even considered wrong information. You can't say either no, because although you will find some similar vocabulary, same verbatim, right? So the overall meaning of the statement never be seen anywhere in the passage, right? you can't find any supporting information for that. You can't even find any information to contrast or contradict it. Oh, although it has, you know, synonyms of the vocabulary you will see in the passage. Sometimes you may see the same same wording, same phrases given in the passage. So examiner fabricates a sentence consisting of same vocabulary from the passage, but overall meaning never be seen anywhere in the passage. Okay, the statements which you can't say either yes or no to must be tagged with not given. Okay, it's not yes, you can't even say no. As you handle more number of questions, as you are able to improve your understanding ability, you are more likely to get more number of questions. Yes, no, not given kind of questions correct. Okay, right. Let's do these questions. Is it clear to you all?
Yes, sir.
Right. First one. Rosen has demonstrated a connection between overuse of technology and certain psychological conditions. So, what can I say about this statement? Is it true? I mean, is it yes, no, or not
Yes,
given?
sir.
Okay, you felt this is yes. Where is the proof line? What does this mean? Rosen has actually shown.
Demonstrated a connection between
Rosen
overuse
has
of
demonstrated means he has actually shown by performing, demonstration for the children, lecture to the adults. Have you understood the difference? Demonstrating means you have to perform it and show the people. I kind of proving. So Rosen has somehow proven a connection between overuse of technology and certain psychological conditions. What author felt for this? Has author felt the same? Author of the passage.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, let's see the proof line given in the passage.
First line.
Okay, Rosen argues that over reliance on the technology can cause psychological problem. Okay, Rosen said this in his book, but what author felt? Has author supported this? Author means what exactly author want to convey in the passage, right? So this was presented by the author. I. Who is this I? Is the author. Is it clear? So Rosen mentioned, yes, there is a causal connection between over reliance on technology and psychological problems. But what author said? Author said, I struggled to find any causal link. Author has not agreed with him. I struggled to find any causal link in chapter by chapter of correlation. Okay, he has actually drawn relationship between too many things in his books. Okay, but he couldn't find any causal link in chapter after chapter of correlations. He described how overreliance, how overuse of handheld devices and genetic exposure of technology can cause various. What author said? The disorders existed before these technologies. These disorders have actually existed before arrival of these technologies, right? Has author agreed with the Rosen? Buddies,
No.
author has not confirmed what Rosen
No,
said
sir.
correct, right? Author hasn't said
Yes,
that
no, sir.
Rosen's, idea is
Rosen
actually
tries
correct.
to
No,
convince that there
author
is an
couldn't find,
incident on
struggled
the
to find out
Earth.
any causal link. He couldn't find any causal link, as Rosen said,
Yes,
right?
yes, sir.
So how do I have to tag? Do I have to go with no or not given? However, yes has been ruled out because author has not agreed with the
No, sir.
Rosen's.
Here
Uh,
demonstrated what I think not
it
given.
must be no, because the topic is there. Whether there is a connection between overuse of technology and certain psychological condition. The topic is there any connection between overuse of technology and certain psychological condition? Rosen said, yes, there is a connection. Author said, no, I
Psychological
couldn't find
conditions.
any connection as per the Rosen stuff in his book. And even it has been mentioned demonstrated. Demonstrated means showing. But Rosen has actually just written these connection kind of things, drawing a connection between overuse of technology and certain psychological conditions in his book. Okay, has he really proven as per the author? No. Has author a opinion on the relationship between overuse of technology and psychological conditions, psychological problems? Yes. Author clearly mentioned that he couldn't find any causal connection between over-reliance on the technology and psychological problems, as Rosen mentioned. So author is not agreeing with Rosen, right? Is it clear, buddies? Right? The proof line is this one. Based on this proof line, what author said about Rosen's idea. Okay. But I struggled to find out any causal link in chapter after chapter correlations. Right? So Rosen has drawn a causal link between over-reliance on technology and psychological problems. But author disagreed with him. Author has his own, reasoning for that. Because technology actually have existed before the arrival of technologies. So if the Rosen's stuff is true, there must be more number of cases like this, no? Psychological problem kind of conditions or cases. There is no such thing. So Rosen was wrong. Rosen must be wrong as per the author. Okay. Next. How about the second one? Is it yes, no, or not given?
No, sir.
Again, no. You are right, buddy. Again,
Yes,
there is a
sir,
clear proof line. As author said, Rosen provided clear evidence that the condition described becoming more common. You can clearly see
Yes,
a
sir.
paraphrase, right?
In passage, last line, sir.
Yes.
Supporting line.
Rosen failed, as per the author, Rosen fails to convince that their incidence is on the rise.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
That is the supporting, I think.
Yes, incidence is on the rise is actually gives same sense like the phrase becoming more common. Okay, becoming more common equals incidence is on the rise.
Yes,
As
sir.
per the author, Rosen has not shown any evidence. Author clearly mentioned Rosen failed to prove, failed to, failed to convince that their incidence is on the rise. As per the author, this is author's idea, right? What author said about Rosen? Author said, author couldn't find any correlation as mentioned by Rosen between over-reliance on technology and psychological problems. And also, author mentioned about Rosen stuff that Rosen actually failed to convince that their incidence, the psychological problems, happening of psychological problems is on the rise. Okay. So author has not agreed with Rosen at all. Clear? This is no. You can't say not given. It is given. This topic, there is a clear discussion on this topic. Is it clear, buddy?
Yes.
Right. You can't say not given. It's no. Wrong information. This is wrong information. Because author mentioned Rosen failed to convince. But the statement is giving Rosen provides evidence. No. Next one. Keynes' previous book has been very influential. Has author said anything as such? Keynes' book was really influential. Has author mentioned Keynes' book has not been an influential one?
Not given.
Has author said anything about its effect on the people, its effect on the people, how Keen's book can affect the people. Influential means, affecting the people, right?
Affecting the
Influential
people
can
doesn't
also
mention,
have a meaning like
but
great.
you mentioned that quotes taken from the film of social networking. That one line is there, sir.
Okay. So has author said it can influence people? It can cause
No, sir.
change in
No,
authors,
no,
people's opinions on this topic
no,
as such.
not given, sir. About pupils not given, but
Huh.
mentioned that about this code he taken from the film social network in a sixth
What
line,
does
sir.
that mean? Has author felt that Keen's book is influential or not influential?
Not given, sir.
Not given. You can't say whether author said Keen's book is really great or it's not great. It can influence the people. It cannot influence.
Yes,
It
sir.
can't influence the people. Author said, even in Keen's perspective, there is a flaw, right? It
Yes,
doesn't
sir.
mean author said it's not a great book. Author said it can't affect the people. Author hasn't said anything about whether Keen's book can affect the people or not. Right? There is no clear information that author felt Keen's book can influence people. Keen's book cannot influence people. There is no information given either to support that given statement or to oppose the statement. Most cases, any statements which contain strong vocabulary like every person, all the time, always, invariably, and influential, right? The statement which contain these sort of strong vocabulary mostly going to be considered not given, because most of the passages in our Ielts examination with a neutral tone, a kind of neutral tone, there won't be strong meaning at all. Okay, but the statements, when the statement rife with strong meaning, can be considered not given, most cases, not all the cases. Okay, right. So author has not mentioned it is influential or not anywhere in the passage. Of course, author clearly found flaws in his stuff. It doesn't mean that author felt that book cannot influence the people. Okay, author actually find flaws in Keen's book, right?
Yes, sir.
So as author found flaws in Keen's book, you can't say it is not influential. It still might be influential. You can't say it can't affect the people. It may affect the people. It might already affect the people in those days. It is a kind of thing, might be part of history or something. Not at all present, right? Okay, you don't know. Author has not given clear information in the passage to understand whether Keen's book affected people or Keen's book had not affected people. So it must be presented. It must be tagged with not
Not
given.
given.
For any statement, if you can't support as per the passage, if you can't oppose, if you can't say no, right? If you can't say yes, if you can't say no for the given statement in the question, is based on the passage information that must be tagged with not given. Is it clear to you all?
Sir.
Next. So here Keen is right. He doesn't give any meaning like privilege or something. Keen is correct. What Keen did is actually correct. In case of warning the people about the threat to privacy posed by the internet. What
Yes,
author
sir.
felt about Keen, as author felt Keen is actually correct. What he said about the internet that can be threatened to privacy. Has author felt the same like Keen felt?
Yes, sir.
Okay, show me the proof.
There is a social networking on opposing of everything. Line is there, sir.
Let's understand what author felt. It's a viewpoint I'm entirely sympathetic with. But Keen's argument. Okay. What Keane did? Keane actually warned that we cannot trust the large corporation that run the internet with our precious personal data. Okay, this is the statement given, no?
Yes.
In the question.
Yes, sir.
The question statement has contained this. So what author felt about it? Author felt what Keane said, what Keane felt about this is correct. What author felt about it? It's a viewpoint I'm entirely sympathetic with, but Keane's argument woven between a name dropping anecdotes. Name dropping anecdotes means what you listen from some other people.
Yes.
It's not first-hand information. Okay. Name dropping anecdotes. Eavesdrop. Eavesdrop means what you listen from others secretly. Names dropping is a kind of similar thing, but you listen from other people. From Silicon Valley conferences. Okay, from Silicon Valley conferences, what he listened, he just included in his book. So in his book, like Cult of Amateur, right? Cult of Amateur. In his book, he has just included what he listened in the Silicon Valley conferences and also well-known quotes from the movies, The Social Network.
Movies of social network.
Left me unconvinced.
Yes, sir.
Who unconvinced?
The author, sir.
Author felt unconvinced about the thing mentioned by the Keane. Even author was not in agreement with Keane's stuff. Author is not agreeing with Keane's stuff as well. So do you think that author felt that Keane is actually correct in case of warning the people about the privacy threat by internet?
No.
No. As Keynes pointed out, we
No.
must all take personal responsibility for informal, whatever the information we put online. Please observe. First one, author was unconvinced with the Keynes argument. What Keynes said, we should not trust in large corporations. They actually take our personal data, precious personal data, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
author said that his idea left me unconvinced. No, I don't think so. That's what author said. Author felt. Social media need not inevitably lead to the problem he suggests. Okay, whatever he suggests, as per his suggestion, it may not be problematic all the time. Inevitably means all the time here, unavoidably. Author felt social media need not to be problematic all the time. Okay, it's not always threat to your privacy. As Keynes said, right? Even author has given clear proofs, clear evidences as per his personal experiences. Twitter, Facebook, and other online services essential for initiating and maintaining major social connections. In fact, without social networking, what he would be ended up? I would be shot, one wife, one job, at least half a dozen close friends. He would have confined to this world only. Okay, due to this Twitter, Facebook, he was able to initiate and maintain major social connections. So obviously, author felt unconvinced with the Keynes point, that major threat to privacy and all. Author has come up with advantages due to this. It's not always major threat to your privacy or always problematic to your life. Okay. Has author felt Keynes said was correct? What Keynes said was correct? Is author agreeing with Keynes' argument?
No, sir. Of course not.
No. So obviously, author has not felt Keynes is correct. It must be tagged with no.
Actually, it is looking like conversation between the two persons.
Kind of. Oh, it's not
Yes.
conversation, buddy. Author is
Looking like the two
actually
persons.
presenting
Yes,
presenting information what different people said. Author is
yes,
actually
sir.
presenting his opinion, his views
And
based on what different people said about the social networking, about the internet and all. So first he has presented his views on Rosen's stuff, Rosen's book. What's that? Eye disorders. Second, he has started, okay, Keynes' book. Okay. So, and also Keane also authored another book previously that was Cult of Amateur.
Cult of Amateur.
Right. Author has presented his views on Rosen's book, Rosen's book content, and also Keynes. Two books are there, no? Keynes' books content. Author presented his views on different authors. His views on content presented by different authors in their books, right?
Yes, sir.
Author just presented his views on different people's stuff. Next, an international body is concerned that social networking might be addictive. So you have to check whether what's that international body given in the passage, and also check whether the same international body really concerned about social networking could be addictive.
I think not given, sir.
Yes, the international body mentioned in the passage is WHO, right? Has WHO really concerned about the addictiveness of social networking sites? No, WHO actually spoken about something else. It has actually spoken about accidents, right? Have you got my point, buddy? Not given. According to the World Health Organization, 1.2 million people die in road traffic accident each year. So, author has just presented the data which was already presented by World Health Organization. Okay, and again, there is no information that World Health Organization is actually concerned about social addictiveness of social networking site, right? World Health Organization's data actually giving like 1.2 million people die in road traffic accident. That's it. But there is no concern, frankly. Okay, there is no concern about the idea that social networking can be addictive, and that was not given. That was not presented by the international body. Is it clear, buddies? All were wrong. It was not given actually. You can't say anything about this. Am I right? No mention
Not
about these
given.
things. Has the international body concern about social networking might be addictiveness of social networking sites? No. Author has just mentioned the data presented by WHO. There is no concern given. There is no concern. There is no worry. Concern means here that is worry. International body is worried that social networking might be addictive. No, there is no such information given anywhere in the passage. Is it clear?
Sir.
Okay. Clear. That must be considered not given. Next, how about the sixth one? There may be people who are over dependent on electronic devices. So, is it yes, no, or not given? Guys,
There may be people who are over. Yes, sir.
where is the proof line?
Last line. Last para. In that, sir.
Can you please read that out? The proof line, what you feel?
It should be the same.
Yeah, here we go. If you can't go 5 minutes without a status update, then yes, you should probably step away from the touch screen. Which means author felt there might be some people who can't, who can't be, who can't go, who can't stay calm 5 minutes without a status update. yes, they have to step away from the touch screen. So author felt there might be some people who can't stay away from the status update at least for 5 minutes. Yes, such people may step away from the touch screen.
Yes,
Is
sir.
it clear, buddies?
Clear.
Yes. So author actually felt there might be some people, they have to stay away from the touch screen. There might be some people who can't stay away from the status update at least for 5 minutes. Yes, such people must be stay away from the touch screen. Okay, so it is actually
Yes, sir.
yes. So please observe, these are the answers. The first one is no. Second one is also no. It is not given, nowhere mentioned whether it can affect the people or not for the third statement. And the next
No.
one is no. It's a wrong information. Author felt Keen was wrong. And fifth one, international bodies, WHO has not actually worried about addictiveness of social networking. In fact, international body, okay, the data presented by international body was
About
represented
accidents and cars.
by the author. It's not even mentioned about concerning, okay, and also not about addictiveness of social networking site, so it must be not given. There may be people who are over dependent, yes, we have just discussed. Author felt there might be people who can't stay away from the status update at least for 5 minutes. Yes, such people should stay away from the touch screen. So which means author felt that there might be some people. Okay. Right.